All right, our next question comes from Forrest, and he's looking for tips on making space when a much larger, heavy pressure type of opponent is in your closed guard. He keeps trying to keep the opponent in open guard, but he can't always dictate it, and it sounds like he's got this guy that is very strong, very big, and he's always trying to use the Sao Paulo pass, heavy hip pressure, elbows boxing in the hips, etc. And he's been trying to get the underhook. He can get the underhook with some regularity, but he can't get the hips out ever for that reverse armbar to be able to attack that stuff. So,
all right,
it's kind of a broad question.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those we probably should have asked for video, but just so that we're kind of
sounds like this guy's just gonna be unmovable.
Doing
like
this, yeah, especially this kind of stuff.
That kind of crap. So it sounds like this guy likes to hang out right.
Yeah. So the first thing is just don't, it's very difficult unless you're quite a bit longer than the other person to take pressure off with just your legs. So if you've got a bigger individual, if I'm trying to push Rory away with my legs, this doesn't work nearly as well. So open your damn guard. Try to get feet on the hips. If you can't get, I'm trying to get my foot on Rory's, I got it on the other hip, but on this side, Rory's done too good a job of boxing my hips in, so I can't actually get.
This is the camera side, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not able to get my heel on his hip, but just the act of breaking his posture and moving my hips slightly should be enough. So just focus on, you can go foot down, you can try to just keep your heel as tight as you can. Posture break, which is literally as simple, just taking the palm of your hand and pushing it. And then you may need to hip escape. You can see that if Rory wants to really lean on this elbow, don't let me move it. Yeah, so if I try to, nothing's going to happen, keep leaning. It doesn't matter. I mean, unless they're just unbelievably heavier than you. There's no reason that you shouldn't be able to by just doing this, simultaneously pushing the head. And I'm not even really pushing his head all that much. It's more just that I'm bracing his head while I lift my hip and place my foot. And that's going to start to create the distance, which will create your omoplatas and your reverse arm bars.
And if I'm controlling the arms with bicep ties, then I'm not putting weight into my elbows. So.
Yeah, exactly. Then it's not really going to be a problem. So if someone's bicep tying you, you should be able to just move.
I wonder if there's a bit of a homer holding on to the can of the vending machine where it's I can't open my legs, but I'm keeping my legs crossed.
Yeah.
There's nothing that stops you from just at least opening your legs, and then it's if they want to create that space and start moving, they can.
Yeah. Going knee across the hip is also quite I do that a fair bit when people are bigger than me and starting to pressure me, is I'll just go to this or this.
Yeah.
And just stick this in their way. And then as they put weight on me, it starts to set up scissor sweeps and things like that.
And even just regular frames, because we're basically almost looking at a half guard shell, but from a full guard, where, like Rob says, there's the pushing on the sides, but even just being able to
just this stuff,
contact to the throat, whether we're framing here,
forearms, knuckles,
if they want to keep low like this and just leave their head in space like this, even grabbing the geese, it's I'm just I don't give a crap. And that'll give me that space to put in another frame here, play from this, and keep increasing the range with more and more frames.
Yeah, so just a lot of frames on the throat, basically. I mean, don't be flayed on. Well, you're not competing anyway, so it doesn't matter. In the gym, you can basically throat fuck people if you want. Wait, that doesn't sound right. From the outside. No, yeah, just be obnoxious about pushing their head, jaw, and throat away. This one went sideways in a real hurry.